Thank you. You did move expeditiously. So tonight we come to unveil the Chris Gonzalez Library and Archives, as they will be housed here permanently at Central Library and be honored with a permanent exhibit, which we'll see in a few minutes. We have a lot of history that is forgotten, that is lost because our books and our stories were not told as we were forced into the closet and as we were not able to share them with in a safe place. And so now we will celebrate this collection, and it will be open and available to the public and to future generations to learn about our history and to learn about themselves through literature and through the pieces that will be on exhibit. This collection has a very long and very proud history. It started off as a collection where people would give materials to each other, often during the HIV/AIDS crisis. And we were very fortunate to have a curator who cared for this collection, who loved this collection, and who nurtured this collection into what it became with over 10,000 titles, and that is Michael Bohr. And while there are many pieces of the original Chris Gonzalez collection here that are housed at Central Library, there are much material that is not here, that still are retained with Michael, but much of our history is very colorful. And so we honor those materials that are here, and we honor that which is not here as well. This collection is our history, it is our stories, and it's going to be available for decades and decades to come. And it is my pleasure to introduce our partner at Central Library and the Indianapolis Public Library, the CEO, Jackie Needus.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you all for celebrating your very successful year here with us this evening at the Central Library. We are so honored to have multiple reasons to celebrate this evening, there's no doubt about it. Our library board is very committed to diversity in all of its forms, and the opportunity that you all and Pride and others have given us to really live that commitment is represented by what we're here tonight to celebrate. And so on behalf of the library board, I want to thank you all for the honor of being future stewards for this collection. If you know me, you know that I believe in this stuff. I think back to the work we did on the Human Rights Ordinance back in 2005, and the audience has clearly changed in that long period of time, but the fact that you are all here and there is so much good work that has happened is really a testament to the efforts of people and the work that's been done over these past couple of decades. When I look back, even just to that time, it was very hard to find information readily available. And that is no longer the case, and that is a real sign of progress. Our staff is committed to this. I'd like to take just a pause for a second and ask all of the members of our LGBTQ committee if they'd raise their hands. We have a group here that is absolutely on it. It's staff members and friends and community members. I'd also like to thank the staff in our collection development area who, this has been a labor of love for us to add this many thousand items in the short period of time in which we did was a huge accomplishment, and I'm very grateful for all of the staff on the committee and the staff in the collection management area who really did do this on top of all of their regular work. I have a special place in my heart of thanks to Pride, but also fundamentally to the early efforts of Chris Gonzalez to recognize that history must be kept and history must be shared and information must be available. That's what we do, but nobody was doing this particular storytelling when Chris took it on. And true to Chris's efforts and dedication, I want to thank Michael Bohr for the stewardship that he gave this collection for a couple of decades. We would not have something to share with the larger community if Michael hadn't continued to care for it and nurture it and grow it. So we are very much in his debt. We are very much in debt to him. Michael, can you? Michael, will you raise your hand? Because not everybody knows you. Back there by the door, okay? One thing you may not realize about the Public Library's collection, we have partners across the city, including about 47 school libraries who are on our catalog. I mean, when those children in their school library go to look up stuff, they find our stuff. And if you can think about what it was like to be young and have a difficult time finding either the novels or the research information or whatever it was that you were searching for, that you may not even exactly known what it was, you just wanted to find reaffirming things, it was tough. But I will tell you that the children in those 47 schools have a much easier time because of that shared partnership with us and because we now have the opportunity to offer thousands and thousands of volumes in the library's collection to people of all ages, all lifestyles across our great city. And I think that's an important accomplishment. So, enough talking. I do want to ask one thing. You see on several of the chairs a pledge form. We cannot have an event at the library without giving you an opportunity to make future investments. But our Library Foundation is also very committed to helping make sure that we can continue to add to this collection, because there are wonderful things being published every day. There are also important things that we need to go back and add to the collection. Things that over the years might have gotten worn out or whatever, and we know we need to have them. So if you are so inclined, please consider the possibility of donating something to the Library Foundation with a note on your pledge card that it's for the Chris Gonzalez collection. And you can rest assured that we will use the funds that are collected over time to grow this collection and continue to have it meet the needs of our community, both folks who are LGBTQ and folks who want to better understand our brothers and sisters. It's an educational thing. When we talk on the CBLC, we talk about windows and mirrors. There's a windows and mirrors moment here too, and we want to continue to grow the collection. So you've got pledge forms, you've got envelopes. Put us on your end of the year giving list, if you will, and we promise to do good things with your investment. I think right now, Chris, we are ready for a drum roll, right? As you know, the collection is interspersed throughout the whole library. 6,000 plus some books will be integrated into the whole collection. You see samples of it out on the floor in the atrium there on the rolling carts. But we want to make sure that people know the collection is here, and so we have created a permanent exhibit to celebrate the existence of the Chris Gonzalez collection. Ladies, there I go. Okay. This will be our opportunity to let everybody know the wonderful material that's available to them. This will be a place where new items will be featured. It will also be a place where important announcements and opportunities will be able to be on the bulletin board down there. So this will be our little center of information related not only to the collection but to the community. And I don't want you to ever visit this library again without stopping to check and see what's new, okay? Thank you.
Thank you again, Jackie. Thank you, Central Library. Thank you to all of the staff that worked hard. Let's give them a round of applause one more time. And thank you for supporting Pride, for being part of our community, and being with us tonight. This concludes our program. Thank you again. The bar is open till 8:30.